Hello everyone to another Catan video. So I am in the third position and yeah here so I think yellow will go for something like 6 9 10, grabbing the best over and a very strong wheat, and that can be followed with gray going for something like 9 5 10 or maybe 6 5 11 or 8 5 10. So in all those scenarios I think I also get a good setup. Here, rather than going for here, I think I can just go for 9 5 10. The other option I have is going for 6 5 11 here, and then hopefully getting to the wood port by building on 3 4 11. That seems to be a decent choice. The only concern I have is I am playing without any sheep, and getting a strong overwheat sheep game without any sheep would be difficult. I'm pretty sure yellow will be getting a very strong setup as well. So based on all that logic, I think I should be going for 9 5 10 here. And I will point downward so that I can build towards the 3:1 port. I wouldn't want to go to the ore port anyway because converting my ore into other resources, I don't think is very efficient. Also, I have a lot of sheep, so going towards the 3:1 port would be helpful there. When it comes back to me, I wouldn't mind going for something like 6 3 12, pointing to the right, and then try and build on 9 12. That doesn't seem to be too bad a setup because I will have a um, very strong ore. I already have decent sheep, and I will be getting wheat on 9 and 12. That seems to be a good option. The other choice I have is I go for 8 4 and build towards the sheep port and towards the wood port. So I can also build on something like 6 3 5 and or maybe something like 4 5 3 and build on 8 3. I know both yellow and gray wouldn't want to go towards the wheat port here. Oh, sorry, the 3:1 port here because they already have decent wheat production. So that surely seems to be a good idea. And that is anyway better production as compared to what I have right now. I mean, going for 6 3 12, I need to build on 9 12, and even after that, I don't think my production is the strongest. So although I'm playing with only 3 resources to begin with, and there is very little brick on this board available because red is the only one who has brick. Gray here is AFK. I don't mind that. I would love to see gray build on 9 4 11 and block yellow from getting any good sheep spot. But I'm not sure if actually yellow might still be able to build on 4 3 11 and make use of the strong wheat port here. Now, after thinking about it a little more, I believe yellow might also be able to go for 8 3 directly if they do not have any sheep available to them. And if yellow goes for 8 3, the reason why yellow would go for 8 3 is to make use of the wheat port. Here, Gray's timer reset, so probably they were just having connectivity issues and they were now able to reconnect. Yeah, does go for 9-4-11. I think that's a pretty strong position. And here I goes for 8-4. I don't mind that at all. So I still have the option of going for starts with a 7 immediately. Might block the 5 wood and steal from Gray. Yeah, does block the 5 wood and steals from Gray. Makes sense. I would love to see a few early trades where I can get early sevens where I can steal from other people. Blocking the 8 break and 6 ore seem to be a pretty good options. I don't have any wheat that red is looking for. Your yellow wants 2 cards. I might accept it. Maybe red accepts this trade again. Getting a wheat doesn't seem to be a bad option. I'll get a wheat and hold on to my cards, especially because I don't produce any wheat early on in the game. Getting that trade seems to be a good option for me. Here could block me. Okay, luckily blocks a 10 ore and steals from yellow. Another 7 is rolled. Yeah, I don't mind back and forth between red and yellow. So I will be able to get a dev card on my turn, and if I'm very lucky, I will be getting a road building or a year of plenty. Here, let's see if I can get the same trade again. I wouldn't want to trade with yellow, but I think I might not have any choice here. Okay, red accepts it. So for now, I will accept it with red and get a dev card. It's a road building. Wow, that's the best dev card I could have had at this point. So let's see, maybe if I am able to get a sheep for wheat trade from yellow, I will accept it. So I will be able to build on the 8-3 spot, which seems to be a very strong position for me. I do get another brick here, so not something that I'm looking for, but surely not the worst case. Yeah, I don't think anybody will be willing to accept this trade. Okay, nobody accepts it. So for now, I'll just end my turn. A 6 does roll, so I should be able to get a settlement on the 8-3 spot in the very next turn. So another 9 rolls here. Let's see if I can get this trade. If this trade goes through, I will be able to build a road uh, towards the 3:1 port and increase my ore production. But at this point, there's no discussion. I have to build on the wheat tile. And now every 8 starts giving me wheat as well. This is surely a trade I will accept. Giving away a sheep for a brick seems to be a good idea, especially now because for 3 rolls I will be able to get a road and a settlement. Yellow might play the knight here. Okay, seems like yellow doesn't have a knight. I mean, I would still not say that red is in the very strong position, especially because they do not have a lot of wheat production just yet. Here, let's see if I can get a trade like this. I might accept it. Yeah, seems like yellow doesn't want to accept that trade, which makes sense. Giving up 2 O's for a wood doesn't seem to be a smart move. Another 8 is rolled. I don't mind that. I would love to see a 6 roll now, or actually, I would prefer a 3 over a 6. Not only does it give me an extra wood, but it also gives me. Yeah, I don't want to accept this trade. Also doesn't give ore to red and yellow. Yeah, looks to be a good trade, but I would rather just hold on to my cards. Just gets a dev card here. I don't mind that at all. So a 6 does roll. That seems pretty good to me. Let's see if I can get this trade. So red accepts it, which is not bad at all. But at this point, I'll just build a road and a settlement. So a couple of 8s and a 5 will now give me a city. Also, 2 now gives me a sheep, so I'm immediately rewarded for it. So seems like yellow is still not able to get any knights. And now both yellow and red have a city. So the 6 ore will be the prime target for everyone. I mean, only for me and grey. Red wouldn't block it, neither would yellow. Does play the knight and blocks the 6 ore. Here, I wouldn't mind rolling a 7 myself. At this point, I would block the 8 brick. Let's see if I can get a wheat. Yeah, seems like I cannot offer a counter because of a 2:1 there. Yeah, it's unfortunate the way this Catan universe works. I should be able to give away one card if I want to, but that doesn't allow me to do that. Another 6 rolls here, and maybe now I can get this trade, and I will go for a dev card for sure. It doesn't accept it. How about a 1:1? I mean, if I get a wood for brick, I might actually take it as well. I wouldn't want to trade it with red. Let's see if I can again offer it. And if Gray wants to accept it, I would be more than willing to do it. But yeah, Gray accepts it. So that's pretty good. And I'll just end my turn here. A 3 does roll, giving me 2 extra wood. So I think, I mean, red can try and build on the 3-4-11 spot, and that would be a huge issue for yellow. Yeah, at this point, I think red is in a pretty strong position. I am also in the very strong position, but I'm very dependent on 5s and 8s rolling quite a bit. So hopefully they do roll. Another 6 rolls, so I will be able to do a 3:1 if needed. Plays a monopoly and yeah, steals away all my wood. So that's a very early monopoly, and even after that, they are not able to do anything with it. Very surprising that they played a monopoly this early. Should block the 8 brick. Yeah, does do that and takes a wood away immediately. So yeah, stealing away all that wood or playing a monopoly for all that wood didn't help yellow in any way. I roll a 9 here. Let's see if I can get a trade. Yellow doesn't want to accept it. So in that case, I'll just hold on to these cards. So yeah, these sixes are now a little scary because red gets 3 ores and yellow gets 2. And wow, yellow is giving away easy trades with red, giving away an ore so easily. Sorry, giving away a wheat that easily for a brick. Should at least have offered a 1:2 there. Yeah, let's see if I can get a 1:2. Okay, doesn't accept it. I don't mind that. I would still love to see a 5 roll. So far, the die has not been fair at all. I think Grey might be very, very frustrated because sixes are rolling and helping red and yellow a lot. Whereas no, not even a single 10 has rolled, which gives Grey a couple of fours. Here, I think rolling a 7 is a pretty good scenario for me. As I was saying that no 10s have rolled, a 10 does roll there. Let's see if I can get any trades. If not, I'll just do a 3:1. Okay, I can get a trade, so I will accept it and build my settlement on the 6th wood spot. Excuse me. Here, wouldn't want to give away a wheat to red. Yeah. Even if I get a 1:2 or a 1:3, I don't think that's a good choice. Maybe if I get a 1:3 like this, I might accept it. Seems greedy, but I believe red is kind of stuck with the cards that they have in hand. Otherwise, so yeah, as I expected, red is stuck and now has to lose 4 cards. I believe yellow might actually now block the 10 sheep and might steal from me. Okay, blocks the 8 wheat and steals my wheat away. So that's unfortunate here, I would say. Luckily, Grey does roll a 7 immediately. Steals from red, I don't mind that at all. Another 6 rolls here. Not much that I can do with the cards I have. Yeah, so now red will steal from me again because they want the wheat and they believe I have it. The only good thing is they have blocked my 6 wood, which isn't something that I'm looking for. Blocking the 8 wheat would have been a lot more detrimental to me, I would say. Would love to see a 5 and a couple of 8s roll. Does roll a 6 though. So now I would want to see a 7 roll. Instead, I roll a 10 here. Not much that I can do with these cards, so I'll just end my turn. So red will surely be able to get a settlement on the sheep port now. Yeah, I will accept this trade. Although I might be helping red, but at this point I believe I need help as well. Should be able to get a dev card as well, I believe. Okay, doesn't get a dev card. Rolls a 7, might block. Okay, I have more than 7 cards. I did not even realize that. So now in hindsight, accepting the trade with red was a very bad choice. I didn't realize I have more than 7 cards. A very silly mistake there. Love to see if grey rolls a 7. Rolls a 2, so gives me a sheep. I roll a 4 here. That's the first 4 of the game. And this at this point, I think my let me offer a 1:1. But I believe my only option would be to get a 3:1 and get a dev card. This time I would hope if it's a monopoly. It's a year of plenty. I don't mind that. So if a 5 rolls, I will be able to get a city. Yeah. So now yellow is able to get their second city here. I mean, yellow has been very lucky with the 6s and 9s that have been rolling throughout the game. Like other than 7, those are the two numbers that have rolled the most. So that's pretty good. And I'm not sure why yellow and red keep doing these cheap trades with each other. Rolls another 4 here. So that's basically 3 wood for yellow, and yellow also has a port. So other than 12, 5 is the least rolled number in this game. That's pretty disappointing, pretty unlucky for me because that's my overproduction gone down the drain. Even Gray is now able to get a city. I do roll an 8 here, so let's see if I can get this trade with Gray. I will still be able to get a city even if this trade doesn't go through because I have the year of plenty. And I will build on 5, 9, 10, hoping that whenever the 5 rolls, it will be like a jackpot for me. Wouldn't mind if red rolls a 7 here. Rolls a 6 and gets another city. Wow. So now every 6 will give red 4 ores. A 5 does roll, so that's pretty good. Just the second 5 of the game, but really feels nice here. Yeah, now if I get a dev card and if it's a monopoly, that seems to be a very strong card. So if another 6 or a 3 rolls, or maybe a 8, I can get another city. I would love to see a 7 as well. Instead, a 9 rolls here. If I get this trade, I will go for 2 dev cards rather than a city here. Yeah, I'm not offering a sheep at all. So here I will go for a dev card. I do get a monopoly. Wow. So I've been very lucky with the dev cards this game. I mean, I've been getting exactly the dev cards that I've been asking for. I got a road building to begin with. Was asking for a monopoly, and I was able to get a monopoly. And Year of Plenty is also a pretty good card. So yeah, feels very nice to get all these cards. A little worried that Red might be able to win the game pretty soon. Hope that's not the case. Yeah, the only good thing is Red has to do a 4:1 every time they have to do anything. Three rolls. So here I would like to see a few. Yeah, not sure whom Red wants to block here. Yeah, steals from Red, which makes sense. I would like to see a couple of sixes roll. So, okay. Grey makes use of all the ore that they got here. There is a decent amount of sheep as well. I roll a 5 here. So I think I can just play my Monopoly on sheep. I have to play my Monopoly on sheep because that's the only way I can stop red or slow down red. I know red has 3 sheeps in hand and 2 wheats. So yeah, I don't think I have much of a choice here. Here I think I will be able to get a dev card and a city. So I'll do that for sure. I get a knight, which is okay. I will be able to unblock myself now. Here, in this case, I wouldn't have had an issue if it was a victory point. Because if it was a victory point, I would have been on 8 points and then I would have just been able to build 2 roads and win the game by getting the longest road. No one else is a contender for longest road in this game just yet. And red doesn't even block me. That is very good for me. The 3 rolls. So that means I will be able to build a road at least. Let's see if I can get 2 bricks from red. Sorry, from yellow. Seven rolls. So basically red losing out on 4 cards. And I believe mostly the 6 ore is something that should be blocked here. Red gives up 4 wheats. Wow. Because a couple of 3s had rolled in the past few turns. Makes sense. Seems like Grey wants to block me. Is considering the 10 sheep or the 6 ore. Yeah, does block the 10 sheep here. Here, for me, it's an easy choice. I have to play my knight. I get an ore from red. That's pretty good as well. I roll a 10. So I can get another dev card here. I get a victory point. So now my plan of building the longest road is also a viable option. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, I just mentioned that I should get a victory point and I was immediately rewarded with it. So, this game, I have been getting all the cards that I just asked for. Hopefully, no 7 is rolled. Yeah, wouldn't want to accept any trades with anyone. Yeah. Seems like red, sorry, seems like yellow will have to do something like a 4:1. If a 7 is rolled, I think I will give away my ores. Uh, Maybe I can give away a wood and 3 ores so that I can think of getting a dev card if needed. Okay, a yellow just gets a dev card. A 6 is rolled. I don't mind that at all. So most likely I will be able to win the game. Now I will. So now if a 6 rolls, I will have to give away 6 cards. That would mean 3 wood and 3 ores. Maybe in that case, giving away. Yeah, I'm not sure how it would work. What would the best case be? I think going for a dev card would be a option then. So I would actually give up 3 woods and 3 ores and get a dev card. Actually, I might not even be able to get a dev card in that case. So yeah, it's very risky. I wouldn't want to roll a 7. I don't roll a 7 and that's just GG. So pretty nice game there for me. Yeah, I don't even need to use my. I will still go for another dev card just as a flex, but it doesn't help. Oh, wow, I get a road building. That's really surprising. And I just win the game there. So, pretty good game. My setup was very strong. The sixes early in the game did scare me quite a bit, but after getting a couple of cities, I was in a pretty good position. Uh, Also, fives did roll, like a couple of fives rolled, which basically was a pretty good roll for me. Overall, I believe red was targeted quite a bit. I was targeted twice. Red was targeted 7 times. Yeah, makes sense. But yeah, I mean, they had the 6 and the 8. Although I don't think the 8 was blocked much. But yeah, the 6 was a very scary number early on. And yeah, it did roll 16 times. I'm surprised with yellow's position though, because 6 and 9 rolled quite a bit, but they were not able to build quite any. I mean, they were not able to do much. That, I mean, actually, I shouldn't be saying that because yellow did get 3 cities and 2 victory points. Also, gray had a victory point there. So, pretty good game there for me. Let me now just take a look at the ELO board. I did gain like around 12 ELO points there. So that puts me at 1033. Pretty strong position, but let's continue rising. Do like my video if you like it, and please subscribe to my channel. I would want to get to 100 subscribers pretty soon. So yeah, Bye for now and see you again in the next video. Bye bye.